You're watching Action News, streaming live at 6:30. It is Wednesday night. I'm Gray Hall. Of course, we continue to follow that breaking news. 2 police officers were shot while responding to reports of a shooting at a home in East Lansdowne, Delaware County. District Attorney Jack Stelzheimer saying a person inside that home then started a fire. More than 2 hours later, firefighters still working to put out hot spots. We have live team coverage tonight. We begin with Action News reporter John Paul, who is first on the scene there this afternoon of this breaking news story. John, bring us up to speed.
Yeah, Gray, a lot has changed over the last 2.5 hours or so. We've got fire trucks now stationed here at the end of the street. More fire trucks down that way, still putting out those hot spots as we're seeing the smoke and steam rising from that house. Most of the officers, most of the SWAT team, they have begun leaving the scene. We had crews from all over Delaware County here. They have gone back to their respective jurisdictions. So this is an active scene still, but it is much less so than it was when we got here around 4 o'clock. I want to show you some video. This is what we saw when we got the chopper overhead. An officer being dragged away. He had been shot here. We know that 2 officers were shot, both of them one time. They're in the hospital, said to be doing okay. The district attorney says they're expected to survive. But shortly after that, the house caught fire. The DA telling us he believes the shooter set the house on fire. But here's the thing. They could not put it out. They could not put firefighters in danger. They had to wait a block away as that house burned. Now, neighbors tell us this all started with rapid gunfire. We know from the DA, this started with a 911 call that an 11-year-old girl had been shot. Officers rushed to the scene. As soon as they got here, they took gunfire. They were shot at. They returned fire. That's when the house started on fire, and it burned to the ground. Nothing left. Houses on either side were also damaged in that fire. Now, we talked to a lot of neighbors who told us about what happened, but the DA was here shortly after this happened. Here's what he had to say.
We don't know who was in the house. We don't know who the shooter was. We don't know how many people are in there. We don't know their status. We don't know if they're alive. Police officers right now are making sure that that scene is secure. The gunfire has stopped. I just left that scene. Some of us, the chiefs, did as well. The house was still on fire, so we weren't able to make entry yet into the house because we're taking it safely for all of the officers on scene. But we will get to the bottom of it, and we will continue that investigation to know whether or not an 11-year-old girl was or was not shot, but more importantly, who shot these police officers, and we intend to hold everyone accountable.
So, Gray, tonight, this is an active crime scene. Right now, they're putting out the hot spots. From there, investigators will have to comb through what is left of that home. They're looking for several things, obviously evidence. They want to find out if the shooter died in that fire. They're going to be looking for him. They're also going to be looking to see if there was a child involved. There is they're not.
We seem to have lost John's mic.
That actually happened.
Okay, John, thank you. We lost your mic momentarily, but quite the intense and devastating scene there in Delaware County. We switch now to Action News reporter Maggie Kent. She's live there for us outside Penn Presbyterian Hospital, where those 2 officers were taken. And Maggie, the outcome of this, of course, could have been so much worse. What are you learning?
Exactly, Gray. We heard from the DA, Jack Stelzheimer, who tells us that if it weren't for the heroic actions of the Upper Darby police officers who were also taking on fire and responding on scene, dragging those 2 injured police officers to safety, this could have been much different. Although DA Stelzheimer says tonight both officers, one from Lansdowne, the other from East Lansdowne, both shot one time, are expected to be okay. We're learning they'll be admitted here at Penn Presbyterian tonight. They'll stay overnight and get treated for their injuries, but they're alert, they're aware, their family is here at their side, and of course a number of police municipalities here as well to share their support for these officers who took on gunfire as they were responding to a call about an 11-year-old girl who was shot in Lansdowne earlier this afternoon. Of course, both officers, as I mentioned, in stable condition. We're also learning a little bit more about these officers. Both of them veteran police officers who have been on the job each for more than 2 decades. They have been in similar situations like this. And of course, they were helped out by their fellow brothers in blue today at the scene. Of course, the outpouring of support has been huge here as detectives are also coming in to get some more information from these officers about exactly what happened when they arrived on scene earlier today. But again, good news to report that they will be okay. We did hear from the superintendent of Upper Darby Police. I want to share with you what he had to say about his actions of his officers.
Call went out, our officers automatically responded to that scene on the uniblock of Lewis Avenue. Our uniform patrol responded and saw 2 officers, and they advised our officers that they had been shot. Our officers, numerous officers responded, got ballistic shields, and were able to go onto that street, drag those officers out. One of those officers was transported here by one of our marked police cars. The other uniform officers from Upper Darby were able to drag the other officer to a waiting ambulance and was driven here as well.
And again, DA Stolzheimer saying Delaware County works together. They are a team, and in this case, that teamwork proved to be vital, saving the lives of those 2 police officers who were shot. We're live outside of Penn Presbyterian Hospital. Maggie Kent, Channel 6 Action News. Gray.
Yeah, Maggie, if there's any good news to come out of that, it is the fact that those officers will be okay. Thanks for the update.